The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of the DHN Media Group is hereby prohibited.
The Division I University of Delaware Blue Hens are back in town. They host NYU in the first half of a weekend set, and it's right here on Delaware Hockey Night. Hi, everybody, and a most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Delaware Hockey Night coming back at you from the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware, where tonight the New York University Violets take on the Delaware Blue Hens in their first of 4 meetings this season, and the first of 2 this weekend here in Newark. James Witherite flying solo tonight. Bob Thomas has a coaching assignment tonight, so he won't be with us here this weekend, but we'll look forward to his return to the DHN broadcast box next week. Delaware looking to bounce back from a 4-game losing skid. They dropped 2 at Liberty last weekend, 5-2 and 10-3, but they're where they love to be on home ice here at Fred Rust Arena, where this year they are undefeated. They've won all 12 of their home appearances this season. And Coach Todd Mittelmeyer shifting up the lines a good bit. Mike Niski and Chris Mazzella, the co-captains, who we saw together quite a bit during the first half of the season, will center the first and second lines respectively. It will be the third line to get the start tonight. Mittelmeyer opting for the energy line to get things going. Ethan Docking centering Devin Jenny and Greg Jandoli. We'll see a pair of old-school stay-at-home defensemen on the blue line to get going, and Mikey Patterson and Jack Zimmer. Of course, Jake DeFerris and Ivan Sidoriak, that top D pair, a duo of 200-feet players who have combined for 10 goals so far this year and a further 23 assists between the pipes. It will be Chris Ponticello. He's 13-9 with a .363 goals against average and a save percentage of .906. As far as the NYU Violets are concerned, they're 7-6-1 so far this season. 1 point a game player, and that's Mac Bryce from Birmingham, Michigan. He's got 7 goals and 7 goals, 11 assists, I should say, on the season. The Delaware Blue Hens making their way onto the ice right now, decked out in their home whites. Blue pants, blue helmets. They'll travel left to right in period number 1. The New York University Violets, as mentioned, led on the ice by Mac Bryce tonight, will be backstopped by Adam Salisbury. He's 1-2 with a .641 goals against average and a save percentage of .803. Pretty soon we'll send things in to Fred Rust Arena, where public address announcer Bill Williams, a fixture in UD Blue Hens hockey, will give us the lowdown on starting lineups, officials, and the whole slate tonight. NYU clad head to toe in black, purple and white trim, white numbers, easy to read this time around on the back and on the sleeves. NYU in block letters across the front with the number beneath. As mentioned, they'll travel from right to left from our vantage point here in period number 1. Let's go inside the glass to public address announcer Bill Williams.
It's time for University of Delaware Division I Blue Hens Hockey. Welcome back to the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware, where this evening the New York University Violets Starting at right defense, a senior from Randolph, New Jersey, number 7, Jack Zimmer. Starting at left wing, a senior from Hop, New York, number 23, Devin Jenny. Starting at center, junior from Chevy Chase, Maryland, number 32, Ethan Dockey. Starting at right wing, a senior from Sparta, New Jersey, number 9, Greg J. And starting in goal, a senior from center, Rochester, New York, number 1, Chris Monticello. Delaware is led by head coach Tom Miller. The assistant coaches are Jason Mange and Dan Strell. The referees tonight, Rich Jondo and John Poley, and the linesmen are Ben Leatherman and Sean Hoppy. Ladies and gentlemen, today is First Responders Appreciation Day, and we are blessed and lucky to have the following first responders with us today. First, I'd like to introduce Sergeant Joelle Ryan. Officer Valerie Battles. Sergeant
heard Bill Williams mention, we're most definitely in HD tonight. And the boys are back in town for the sprint home in the ACHA season. Winter break has concluded, and we're ready to roll in Newark. Delaware traveling left to right, backstopped by Chris Ponticello. Again, 13-9 this year with a .363 goals against average, .906 save percentage. Third line getting the start tonight. Devin Jenny, Ethan Docking, Greg Jandoli. They've accounted for 32 points between them. 16 goals, 16 helpers. On defense, Mike Patterson, Jack Zimmer. So energy line up front. Old school stay-at-home defenseman holding down the fort early as we get going. Mac Bryce will take the opening draw for NYU, the product of Birmingham, Michigan. Only point-a-game player on this Violets team. Off we go, and the opening draw is controlled by NYU. Puck fed up the left wing boards by Warts to Ritchie, swatted in behind the Delaware goal. It caroms to the far side where Devin Jenny is bodied off the puck after being fed the puck by Patterson. Patterson gets it back, sticked by Jenny to center ice, picked up by Docking. Here's a quick 2-on-1. Docking shoots over the crossbar as he's angled to the corner by John Drummond, or rather by Reagan Warts. Of the Violets. So we've got a break in the action, just 24 seconds in, as the puck was knocked out of play. Face-off will take place inside the NYU zone as the big guns come out. Mazzella, Niski, and Emmerich, and we've got ourselves a penalty. It will be against Giancarlo Ponchatesta of NYU. So the power play, the Colonial Motors power play, in fact, begins right now, as we await word on the official infraction. DeFerris sets up Sidoriak high. Pocontesta for a check from behind, 24 seconds in. Emmerich surrounded by Violets, couldn't get the puck on net from the doorstep. So no shot on goal there, despite him taking a swing at the puck right at the top of the crease. And a high stick on the puck will bring play outside the NYU blue line. Doherty, Williamson, Wright, and Tacone, the penalty killers for the Violets. They've killed off the first half minute of the Pocontesta penalty, and the puck is cleared by Andrew Williamson from Detroit. Up the near side, recovered by DeFerris. Behind his own net, he flips the puck to the accelerating Mike Niski, who careens up the left wing boards back into NYU territory. He circles behind the cage, tries to flip a backdoor pass to Emmerich, but he bobbled it on the welcome mat. Emmerich chases it down near corner, back to Niski. He shoots from the top of the left circle, got that one on goal, but it was tipped up into the protective netting by Adam Salisbury. One shot, one save. A minute and 24 seconds into the contest. 1 minute having gone by in this Colonial Motors power play. And another attacking zone draw for the Blue Hens, won by Ethan Docking at the far dot. To Zimmer, patrolling the blue line, a hard shot in. Trying to follow up on the rebound was Jenny at the bottom of the right circle, but he missed from 15 feet away. Rebound ends up at the far side, controlled by Felice amid a 2-on-2 scrum. Now he generates some space, flips the puck into the far corner. Brought back out the left side by Skip Redgate. High to Zimmer. He just barely held the blue line. Shot thrown in from 64 feet, blocked right in front of the crease, and now cleared out by David Rosales, and thrown from center red the rest of the way down by Sam Rappaport. Breakout pass from Zimmer, broken up by James Long, the St. Louisan, who dumps the puck back in behind the Delaware goal again. 15 seconds left on the Pocontesta penalty. for the check from behind at 24 seconds. And here's a 2-on-2 for Delaware. Redgate up the left side, centering pass, Docking backhander from 15 feet away. Rang off the pads of Salisbury. Docking got his own rebound. Good threw one in from the right point. Waffle boarded to the far corner by Salisbury. And it was a successful penalty kill for NYU. But the Delaware Blue Ends were able to get 4 shots off in those 2 minutes. The only 4 shots of the game thus far. James Long advances the puck up the right wing boards to Rappaport. Carried in up the far side. Rather, that's Frankie Horowitz, who circled behind the cage, tried to put one on close. Horowitz headman the puck by James Long. Was marked in the high slot, 35 feet from Ponticello. Puck was batted to the far side. Barely holding that far point was Horowitz, dumping it in. And now it's cleared out of the Delaware end, off the backhand of Cam Pierkowski. Ahead to Ostrander, thrown in from 5 feet before the blue line. Just enough time for Niski to tag up, but possession was ceded. And momentum turned back the other way by Reagan Wartz. Chased down by Horowitz behind the Delaware goal line. Played out the near side by Good, ahead to Ostrander, who was bodied into the near boards mid-zone. Ultimately, Ostrander lost the puck. He was able to regain it and punch it back as far as the NYU blue line. And now it's walked back into Delaware territory by Richards. He crossed to the far corner, lost control of the puck. It was picked away by Cascone. Left back behind the net for Good. Headman pass bounces off the stick of Niski just shy of center red near his side. It was turned back the other way by Wartz from just above his blue line for NYU. Dumped deep into the Delaware end, no icing. Here's a 2-on-2. Niski and Nema come in together. Yeah, that is Niski, but he lost the puck at the far dot. And Aiden Wright just got laid out by a powerful Ryan Burns open ice check. Still, he was able to work the puck into Delaware territory. Aiden Wright that was. Burns on the forecheck along with Nema working behind the NYU cage. Backdoor pass from Burns. Felice lost his footing trying to throw a backhander in. Delayed penalty on NYU. Ponticello's off. And the Hens are back on the Colonial Motors power play, with 4.5 minutes having gone by in the first period of this scoreless game. Colonial Motors, celebrating 25 years in the automotive industry in the first state, is here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com. So as Richie Doherty rung up, we'll get the particulars from Bill Williams here momentarily. Hens on their second power play of the night, Ivan Sidoriak. Working center. We can't hear Bill Williams. Sounded like a trip on Richie Doherty at 4:31. Sidoriak throws one in close. It was blocked on the doorstep by Wartz. Puck cleared out by that NYU penalty killing unit. It trickles back behind the Delaware cage where it's steadied now by DeFerris. DeFerris was able to draw the forechecking Brandon Wilkie away from the play. Niski carries it in. Flip back to the left point and DeFerris. Cross ice pass Mazzella right half wall. Stepping up, tries to get a shot off. He was blocked by Long. Mazzella maintained the puck, caromed it behind the cage to Niski. Top of the left circle to Ferris. Shot sticked away. Recovered still by Niski. Thrown in close. Mazzella challenged at the bottom of the left circle by Aiden Wright. And Wright, wearing number 12 in NYU black, violet, and white, was able to clear the puck the length of the ice and kill some more time off the tripping minor, assessed Doherty. We're at the 6-minute mark of the contest. 5 shots on goal, all have come from Delaware. Skip Redgate barrels his way back in to the NYU zone, but lost the puck in the near corner. Wartz took it away from him. Docking offers support after Jenny held the point. Devin Jenny Muscled to the near wall by Williamson. Lost control of the biscuit. It was taken away by Warts. Here's a 2-on-2 for the shorthanded Violets. Warts tried to get a shot off from just above the left dot, but it was knocked off its line, never made it to the net. Redgate into a 1-on-3, now a 1-on-4. Stops at the right point. The penalty was killed off. Hens couldn't get a single shot off that time around. Quick rush by Joey Abel the other direction for NYU. Flips the puck to the left dot, and Bryce, leading scorer for the Violets, couldn't connect from 25 feet away. Missed the cage entirely. Puck recovered by Delaware, dumped in. And James Long will get the momentum going from right to left again. Flips it ahead to Ritchie. Drop back to the left half wall. Bryce off his backhand caroms the puck in. And this will be a third NYU penalty, interference signaled by referee Rich John Doe at the 7:09 mark of the first period. But this penalty will go against Mike Patterson of Delaware. Had all the appearance of an NYU penalty, but Patterson was ruled the culprit by Rich John Doe, accomplished AHL official and ECHL official in his own right. He does it all. Collegiate, minor, pro. And here he is tonight in the first state. First power play for NYU. Warts holds the point. Reaching for the puck in the near corner was Horowitz, but he couldn't maintain it cleanly. To his aid came Richards. Flip to Bryce, working the near corner again. Bryce fed it to Richards in traffic. He was bodied off the puck by John Drummond, new to the Delaware lineup, in from Littleton, Colorado, joining this Blue Hens team at the halfway point of the season. Forechecking pressure from Docking, hassling Mac Bryce. Bryce on with right up ahead of Horowitz, far side Wilkie, and Warts is the lone defenseman. That entry was foiled by DeFerris, who stole the puck just inside his blue line and rifled it the length of the ice. Half the penalty to Patterson's killed off. DeFerris again picks it up cleanly at his own blue line. Launches the puck from there off the backboards. Warts chased it down, tried to flip it up the near side to Ritchie just beyond center, but it bounced off his stick and trailed to Sidoriak, who again cleared. Shots 5-0 in favor of Delaware. James Long bulldozes his way into the blue end zone, stops in the near corner. He's hassled by the reaching stick of Ivan Sidoriak, one of those strong two-way defensemen on the ice right now. The other, Jake DeFerris. The forwards on this wave of the PK for the Hens, Greg Jandoli and Devin Jenny. Face-off comes to Ponticello's right. Jenny takes the draw for Delaware. Brandon Wilkie won the face-off for NYU. Here's Abel at the left dot. Drop back to Pocantesta at the point. Back into Abel up close. He's bodied high of the dots by Sidoriak. Puck trails in behind the cage. Abel gets it back, takes aim from the left dot. His first shot, NYU's first shot on goal of the evening. It was turned aside by Ponticello. Muscling out of traffic to Ferris. Is able to work free. Headmans the puck to Jandoli. Back it comes Jakey D. Backhander on the doorstep. The last word goes to Adam Salisbury. 10:41 to go in the first period. The DeFerris Jandoli 2-on-1 attack. Foiled by Violet's netminder Adam Salisbury. The Michigander records his 6th save on 6 shots faced so far tonight. And the draw comes out to his left, courtesy Ben Leatherman. Holding down the lines tonight with Sean Hoppy. Nema chases down the puck for Delaware in the far corner. He got tripped up with Doherty vying for it. Offering aid is Ryan Burns. He gets tied up. Felice sweeps in. maintains for Delaware. To Cascone at the left point, threw it into a congested slot. Nima bobbled momentarily. Brian Tacone failed to clear at the far half wall for NYU. Nima came storming through, recovered the puck for the Hens. He absorbs a hip check in the far corner from Doherty. Now it's tied up in a 2-on-2 scrum, extracted by Felice at the far half wall. Cross ice past Jack Zimmer, stepping up to the top of the right circle. Saw his shot blocked away, and the puck is recovered by NYU. Failing to clear it out was Tacone, batted back in. Now it's worked free of the Violet zone. Race on for the puck. Ponticello's going to steady behind his own cage, 2 steps before Doherty could chase the puck down. Ponticello caromed it to the far side. He's only faced 1 shot in the first half of the first period tonight to Delaware's 6. All turned aside by Salisbury. Slapper above the blue line from James Long of NYU. Caught and held on to by Ponticello. Everybody onside, so that's a good shot on goal. And the stoppage off the glove save gives the Violets an attacking zone faceoff with 9:27 to go in the first period. And the face-off to Ponticello's right. Puck batted to the far side. It rolled behind the cage and was cleared out by Drummond beyond the reach of Chris Mazzella. Turned back by Aiden Wright from the NYU blue line, ahead up the middle where Geller was unable to handle the puck cleanly. He lost his footing too. Colin Emmerich, right in front of the scorer's table, was 5 feet shy of being free of icing. He flipped the puck in from right in front of Bill Williams and company, and all alone for the touch-up, James Long completes the icing, heads back to the bench for NYU. Sean Hoppy backing in to the Delaware zone, took a tumble. Little snow on the pants. He'll hear about that one in the room, we're sure about that. Rich John Doe always seems to get the last laugh, except when Doug Wood's working the game too. Woody's not here tonight, so of course John Doe will make sure Sean Hoppy doesn't live that one down. Joey Abel risks the puck from inside his blue line. Back into Delaware territory where Drummond turns it back the other direction. So NYU unable to do anything with the initial attacking zone draw, but it's walked back in by Ritchie up the left side for the Violets. Cross ice pass intended for Tacone was knocked off its line. Michael Redgate comes barreling through up the far boards to regain attacking position for Delaware. Absorbs not 1 but 2 checks. The second separated him from the puck, and Brandon Ritchie, in trying to advance for the Violets, got stood up at his own blue line. Puck still trails back into the Delaware end with 8:05 to go, and it's carried on by Mike Niski up the right side. He tried a headman at to Pierkowski, who cut to the net from the far wall. Pierkowski's backdoor pass intended for Ostrander failed to find its man. Sidoriak to Ostrander working the right side. Back to Niski down low. Thrown through the slot, Ostrander's stick was lifted. He was canceled out net front by Brandon Wilkie from Denver. Niski recovers in the far corner, works the puck back to DeFerris. He bobbled it at the left point, so the zone is lost, and the Hens will have to tag up. They do. Ostrander couldn't chase the carom shot down. Reagan Wartz holding his own blue line for NYU. Press play back into the Delaware end with 7:20 to go in this opening period. Still, there is no score. Laid offside on Delaware. Puck cleared out. No icing. It was batted up the far wall, chased down successfully by Horowitz and Richards, but recovered behind the Delaware goal by DeFerris. DeFerris unable to clear the zone. Nearly holding was Rosales at the Delaware blue line, but the puck was dug out from between his skates, advanced by Jandoli, and his shot from close range was turned aside by Salisbury with 6:50 to go here in the opening period of play. Delaware with an attacking zone faceoff coming up to Salisbury's right, but there's still no score. Docking wins the face-off, flips the puck back to the left point. Patterson's shot sticked away by Salisbury to the near corner. Chased down by Williams and a half step quicker than Jenny to the puck. And that gets the momentum going the other direction. Aiden Wright cleared it out of the NYU zone, but back the other way. Jenny comes in again. Docking's stick maintained its position in Docking's hands as he got the shot off from 40 feet. The stick that went flying was that of Richie Doherty, who successfully made the block up high. Here's Richie Doherty again, traversing the right wing boards into the Delaware end. He backhands the puck below the cage, cleared out by Zimmer off the Karam shot, but held in by Long near point. Puck thrown in by Abel after it was fed to him at the left half wall, blocked away. Devin Jenny carries it on the other direction. Fresh legs on for Delaware. We've hit the 14-minute mark of the first period of play. A pretty free-flowing first frame, in fact, but still no score. Delaware and NYU deadlock 0-0. Nima pursued in neutral ice, shovels the puck over the NYU blue line. It's handled by Long behind his own cage. Felice offers forechecking pressure. Breakout pass bounced off the stick of Abel. Was walked forward by Bryce across to Richie left side. Flip back to the point and Brian Zaffino. Cross ice feed. Thrown in close and NYU's on the board. It was tipped in net front from that center point feed. Looked like Tacone or Zaffino, the catalyst of that. And the Violets draw first blood at 14:38. We'll go to Bill Williams for all the particulars. Face-off contested at the near wall, reaching in for the puck. Horowitz amid a 2-on-2 scrum at center. Flips it back behind the Delaware goal, where DeFerris works it ahead up the near side. Fanned on by Redgate, and this comes back an icing with 5:02 to go in period number one, and NYU on the board. Bill Williams will give us the particulars as soon as he's got them. And we'll hear from him here momentarily, we're sure. It was Brandon Ritchie with his 5th goal of the season. He had the net front tip. Brian Tacone got things going from center point, throwing the puck into the slot. Mac Bryce credited with the assist as well. And here's a shot from Frankie Horowitz at the left dot, which was blocked off its line. But the back checking Jake DeFerris, and we've got a stoppage in play with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first period. NYU up 1-0 over Delaware. And the face-off from the puck out of play in the Delaware zone will come to the left of Chris Ponticello. He's only seen 4 shots so far tonight. And it was the 4th one, that net front tip from Brandon Ritchie, which put the Violets on the board early. Johnny Drummond behind his own goal. Works the puck up the near side. Played out by Good. Ahead now to Ostrander. Niski bodied off the puck. Ostrander wanted a call on that. Not going to get it. Polling's arm stays down. So does John Doe's. They say play on. Huge check from Niski. Drills Sam Rappaport into the near corner boards. And the zone is held at the far point by John Drummond. Thrown in toward Pierkowski, but he was double-teamed net front. Pierkowski chases the puck to the far corner. Ostrander leaves it for Good up high. Shot from 50 feet, blocked in the air off the stick of Sam Rappaport. And into the netting out of play with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period. NYU with a 1-0 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens. Fresh legs on and an attacking zone draw coming up for the boys in white. Docking and Bryce take the face off to the right of Adam Salisbury, and NYU muscle out. Mac Bryce up the right wing boards, just shy of the Delaware blue line, flip the biscuit in. It's contested now in the near corner. A 2-on-2 scrum. Docking emerges with the vulcanized rubber, retreats behind his own goal, flips the puck in the air. Giandoli unable to chase it down, but he won the foot race to the goal line, and Sean Hoppe blew this dead icing. USA Hockey Book, absolutely, but I think Giandoli won the race to the puck. Giandoli fed the puck by Docking back the other way. Fails to connect on the give and go from Jenny. Back come the Violets. No, they don't. Their advance is ruled offside. 2:51 to go here in the opening period. Face-off will take place above the Delaware blue line, right in front of the Blue Hens bench. Parker Richards and Chris Mazzella to meet over the dot. Parker Richards waved out, so Wilkie's in. And here come the Hens. Skip Redgate, dipsy doodles around Pocantesta, deked him off his feet. Shot from point blank range, though, is covered up by Adam Salisbury. 8 seconds come off the clock. Delaware able to manufacture an attacking zone face-off out of the deal, though. It comes at the far circle. On we go, bulldozing forward off the draw. Colin Emmerich's stick was lifted by Pocantesta behind the cage. And we've got another puck out of play. With 2:35 to go in the period. 2:32 by our clock. Puck out off an NYU stick means it stays in the Delaware attacking zone. Sidoriak fans on it at the left point after Emmerich won the face-off, or Mazzella rather. Storming in and getting a shot off was Wilkie from the right dot, popped up in the air. 2-on-2 the other direction to Ferris. Gets stood up in the mid-slot, got the puck back from Mazzella. Hard shot from just above the right dot. Was caught and held on to by Salisbury. But a few extracurriculars taking place in front of the blue paint. With 2:14 to go in the period. And the Hens trying to get one back after NYU's Brandon Ritchie accounted for his 5th goal of the season. At the 14:38 mark, he had the net front tip, which put the Violets on top. Good holds the right point. Long range shot sticked away by Salisbury. Burns able to control the rebound in the near corner. Absorbs a hip check from Doherty. Now the puck is trapped at the kick plate inside the final 2 minutes of the first period. Reaching in, Andrew Williamson tries to extract it for NYU. Nima's the one who did. Led to a one-timer from Good, which popped off the waffle board of Salisbury. Drummond back to Good right side. He steps up, wrister from 40 feet. Was blocked away by Williamson. Good pursued his own rebound. Nima is driven into the backboards, trying to generate some space with the puck below the cage. It's trapped again, this time above the far corner. A 2-on-2 battle again. Burns reaching in for it, but it's trapped by Rosales' stick. Just above those corner boards, now knocked free. It caroms to the near half wall. Williamson bodied by Felice into the glass. Cleared as far as Red. Good threw the puck in from long range. Sticked away by Salisbury. We're down to the final minute and change of this first period. Game 1-0. Advantage NYU. Niski barrels up the right side through traffic. Lost the puck in the mid-slot. Taken away by Rosales after Niski's stick was lifted. Burns plays the body on Rosales just shy of the blue line far side. Fresh legs on for Delaware. The Violets try to reset. Zaffino works it ahead to Rappaport. Up the near wall. Chased down to the left corner by Geller. Trailed by Rappaport coming in too. Alex Peck completing that line. Delayed penalty against NYU. Now the whistle sounds after Niski was taken off his feet. And the Hens are heading back to the Colonial Motors power play. A slash signaled on Jake Geller with 22 seconds to go. Here in period number 1. And the draw comes to the right of Salisbury. Niski wins the face-off to Sidoriak left point. Mazzella working the right half wall. In behind Niski. 1-3-1 formation on this power play. Emmerich tries to kick one in. He's denied by Salisbury. So too is Niski trying to bat home the rebound. Rosales clears from the near corner. 3 seconds left in the period. Ponticello steadies. The horn sounds, and that will do it for the first period from Fred Rustarina. The score 1-0 NYU with the lead over Delaware. Off the goal from Brandon Ritchie with 5 and change to go in that opening period. We'll take a break on Delaware Hockey Night, and it's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com. It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to Fred Rust Arena, home barn of the University of Delaware Blue Hens, who through one period of play trail NYU by a score of 1-0. One goal came from the Violets. It was Brandon Ritchie with his 5th of the season, a net front tip set up by a cannon from Brian Tacone at center point at 14:38 to put the Violets up 1-0. Best chance for the Hens came mid-period when a 2-on-1 attack failed to materialize off the stick of defenseman Jake DeFerris, crashing the net in tandem with Greg Jandoli. First period shots were 15-5 in favor of the Delaware Blue Hens. And regardless of the result tonight, they'll get another crack at these Violets tomorrow. Airtime 5:15 for the rematch between the Violets and the Hens. Part of a DHN doubleheader to also include the University of Delaware Division II team taking on Rowan. A late night special from Newark. Airtime 10:15 for the second half of our split doubleheader tomorrow. Teams change ends here in the second period. NYU traveling from left to right, backstopped by Salisbury, who was just phenomenal in that first period of play, stopping all 15 shots he faced. Chris Ponticello for Delaware turned aside 4 of 5 in the opening period, I should say. Delaware on the power play for another minute and a half and a little bit more to get the second period started. Will do so from behind their own net. Jake DeFerris advances the puck to Sidoriak up the right side. Mazzella, Niski, and Emmerich round out the quintet on this power play. Of course, all Delaware Blue Hens power plays brought to you by Colonial Motors, celebrating over 25 years of business in the first state. Browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com or visit one of 3 convenient Central Delaware locations in Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden. Mazzella held at his own blue line. Amidst a body check, flips the puck to the near side. DeFerris is muscled back into the near corner. He's able to maintain the puck for Delaware. Heavy forechecking pressure his way from Brandon Wilkie. Now ahead to Mike Niski into a 1-on-2. He stops at the top of the right circle. He's pressed to the corner by Pocantesta. Flip back to DeFerris, across now to Sidoriak, left point. Cross ice pass, batted down by DeFerris. He fires one in from center point. It bounces off the back glass to Mazzella at the near corner, in behind Daniski. He tried to set up a backdoor pass to Emmerich, but he fanned on it net front, and this puck is punched the length of the ice by Richie Doherty, holding down the slot for the Violets with a minute and a half elapsed in the second period, and Delaware unable to tie this game up with the man advantage. 4 seconds left on the power play. Jake Geller will come out. Right now he heads straight for the bench, and Abel takes his place. Puck rolls back inside the Delaware blue line. Mike Patterson's able to corral it for the Hens under bodily pressure from Abel. He circles behind the cage, plays it to the far corner. Sidoriak's double teamed. Abel, one of those 4 checkers. Felice to Sidoriak's aid, recovers and sets up a 3-on-2 for the Hens. Burns cuts for the cage. Nima offers support, trailing the play, but he bobbled the puck 20 feet out. It was recovered by Mac Bryce on the back check for the Violets in his own zone. Advanced up the middle, but that progress stunted at the Delaware blue line, and Mike Patterson backhands the puck along the near side through neutral territory, right into the hands of Bryce, headed to Ritchie. Taken away from him by Felice, just inside the Delaware stripe. Flip back to the far side, and Jack Zimmer. He tried to saucer one through the middle toward Nima, but that pass intercepted by Wright. Drop pass came from the near dot. Brandon Wilkie got a shot off from 25 feet. Stick to the near corner by Ponticello. Felice through traffic, muscles free, and Jack Zimmer clears the zone off his backhand after receiving a cross ice pass inside the Delaware line. Here's Bryce again. Off the post, his shot from the left dot, so not a shot on goal. John Doe washes that out. Breakout from Delaware intercepted by Richards. Returned back in to the Blue Hen zone. Patterson and Felice try to muscle it through. It's poked by Felice up the near dashers as far as the NYU blue line, where Elias Cohen working together with Brian Tacone. dumps the puck back into the Delaware end. Collision in front of the Blue Hens cage, which saw Wilkie take the worst of it. And back things go into the NYU end. Devin Jenny on at the far side. As the third line comes back, Jenny threw the puck through the slot. Docking crashed the net, but it's covered up by Salisbury. And that brings us a break in the action. Our first stoppage of the second period. 3 minutes and 46 seconds in. NYU with that 1-0 lead. Pinned in their zone, Docking to take the draw across from Doherty. Face off to Salisbury's left. Docking muscles through, gets a desperation backhander on. It's covered up by Salisbury again. Doherty, Rosales, and Williamson on as the front line for NYU as Docking wins another draw, flips the puck back to Jenny at the top of the right circle, but that shot attempt was batted off its intended line. Doherty recovers, works the puck up the middle to Andrew Williamson, but he was double teamed in the high slot and ultimately separated from the puck. Covered by Rosales, taken away from him by Good behind the Delaware cage. Thrown up the far side, recovered by Rosales before the zone was lost. Jandoli was bodied off the path of the puck right in front of the NYU bench. Play migrates to the near wall. Doherty works it down low, but beyond the reach of Williamson. To his aid came Rosales, bodied into the near corner by Docking. 2-on-2 scrum continues. Harrison Good sweeps in. Bats the puck out of the reach of David Rosales of NYU. It's turned back this direction now and cleared out by Cascone. Jandoli at center, swats it in over the NYU line. Puck picked cleanly by Sam Rappaport. Shot from 25 feet on a 45-degree angle with the left dot. Missed the cage entirely. And the Hens will be a man down as John Doe's arm pops in the air and Alex Peck picks himself up off the ice. Jandoli's coming off for a trip at the 5:02 mark of the second period. So the Hens back on the PK. They killed off their first penalty, which was the Patterson interference minors, 7 minutes and change in. False start on the face-off to the left of Chris Ponicello. Hens only allowed one shot on their first penalty. Colin Emmerich wins the draw. The near dot. DeFerris can't work the puck free. Aiden Wright successfully holds the point. Taken by Emmerich and fired the length of the ice. Studied by Salisbury, shoveled off his backhand to Reagan Wartz. In the far corner, he's pursued by Felice. So Felice and Emmerich on up front. DeFerris and Sidoriak back at their own blue line, working back deeper into Delaware territory. And Felice muscles his way back through the neutral zone before being bodied off the puck by Wartz. It's taken on now by Mac Bryce up the left side. He dodges a check. It was lined up by Colin Emmerich. Puck trails into the far corner, and it's cleared over the glass out of play by Kevin Felice. From the far corner. Face-off ruled outside the Delaware blue line, so it was tipped out of play by an NYU stick. That at least gets the Hens into the neutral zone. Docking, Pierkowski, Drummond, and Zimmer offering the second wave of this penalty kill. Docking slaps the puck from blue line to blue line over the circle, but Joey Abel walks it back in, up the left wing boards for NYU. Puck tied up in the far corner. Zimmer is able to poke it ahead to Docking. Pierkowski tries to split defenders, can't chase the puck down. It's covered by Salisbury, and Pierkowski stops just short of running into the NYU netminder nonetheless, despite Pierkowski's ability to put on the brakes. Giancarlo Pocantesta has some words for him. But that's all it'll be, just words. Just beyond the 6-minute mark of the second period, and NYU working with a 1-0 lead. Docking and Wilkie will take the draw coming up. To the left of Adam Salisbury, who stopped 17-17. Docking's waved out, Pierkowski comes in. Ben Leatherman drops the puck and off we go. It's punched out by Wilkie to center ice. Zimmer retreats to his own blue line. Drummond from the near side after fielding the cross ice pass. Wrists the puck about belt high in to the NYU zone where it's corralled by Ritchie. Lone goal scorer for the Violets so far tonight. Flips it to Long. Bats it in up the left wing boards from center behind the Delaware goal. Turning at the top of the left circle, Abel got a shot off. It was popped up in the air by Ponticello. 15 seconds left on the Giandoli penalty. Worked in close again, looking for his second. Ritchie's shot from 15 feet away was blocked. Rebound held by Abel left side, thrown through the crease to Ritchie near side. Flip back center point. Ritchie coming in straight on. Kicked away by Ponticello, and the penalty is over. So the Hens 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. The NYU power play good 22.7% of the time. Slight edge there over Delaware at 19%. Open ice hit on Pierkowski at the Delaware blue line. Takes the stick right out of his hands. Puck ends up behind the NYU cage. Niski feeds Zimmer across ice pass at the near half wall. Back it comes, bounced off the stick of Emmerich. Loose puck corralled by Williamson. Mid-zone NYU side. Walk back up the middle, but the progress of the Violets stunted at the Delaware blue line after Emmerich took an open ice hit. It's loose again 10 feet in front of the NYU blue line. Unable to walk through was Rosales. Bat bringing it back the other direction. Emmerich sets up Mazzella. Turning wrist shot top of the left circle. Missed the far corner of the cage by a good couple feet. Rang off the glass. Doherty recovers for the Violets. We're beyond the 8-minute mark of the second period. No score in the second. One goal in the first came off the stick of NYU's Brandon Ritchie. Into Niski again. Failed wraparound attempt. Was blocked at the left side by the stick of James Long on defense. Back to Mazzella. Pressed over to the far corner and now driven into the boards by Tacone. Good holds the right point. Works the puck in low again. Mazzella mishandled it there. It is pressed out by Doherty up the far side. He tries to clear. Glove down at the right point by Good, but countered by the presence of Williamson. Back in come the Hens. Felice heads a 2-on-2. Tried to center to Nima making a cut for the cage, but that feed was broken up by Brian Tacone. And the NYU Violets are able to work into attacking position again just beyond the 9-minute juncture of the second period. Long-range chance, Aiden Wright at the left point. Was blocked away by Ponticello's scrum in front of the net. Drew Ponticello out of position, but Mikey Patterson was able to take some heat out of a hot kitchen and get the puck out of the Royal Road. Glove down by Burns through neutral ice. Nima misjudged the entry, had to tag back up as play remained in the neutral zone. Did so. Rappaport back the other way was foiled. Loose puck in front of the scorer's table, walked back in now by Nima, but two NYU defenders angle him to the near corner of the Violet zone. Good maintains the left point, caroms the puck in behind again. Just no scoring chances here for Delaware. Beautiful breakout pass up the middle from NYU, bounced off the stick of Joey Abel, waiting to cherry pick at the Delaware blue line, but he couldn't control the puck. Had he done so, it would have been a beautiful breakaway attempt. but Ponticello was able to swat the biscuit out of harm's way. This will be an icing against Delaware with 9:41 to go in the second period. And the Violets, with that 1-0 lead, that in 5 second period shots so far they've not been able to build on. Draw coming. At the far dot of the Delaware zone. Play resumes. Puck is loose at the top of the left circle. Bryce was unable to work it on through to Ferris. Sets a 2-on-2 the other way. Jandoli heading for the net, never got the puck. Docking works it into Jandoli now, but he's triple teamed on the doorstep. Through one close, Testa was able to corral it. In aid of his netminder Adam Salisbury, who's only seen 2 shots on goal here in the second. Puck flipped over the Delaware blue line by Testa into the path of the lunging Ritchie, but he lost his footing. Jenny 2-on-2 the other way. Centering pass, there it is! Devin Jenny with the primary assist on the equalizer for the Hens. We didn't get the number on the score. Looks like it was Greg Jandoli. Getting his 5th of the season. And it is 1-1. Devin Jenny definitely gets the primary assist on that goal. The Hens work out of their zone again. Stretch pass to Jandoli. He's going to be called back offside with 8:43 to go in the second. Offside pass comes back all the way to where it originated, and that will be in the Delaware zone. We think it was Jandoli for his 5th. Jenny gets a helper. We'll see who else. Face off to Ponticello's left. Wilkie's waved out. Horowitz comes in. To Ferris behind his own goal. Kisses the glass with the puck. But it's intercepted by Wright, walked back in. Delayed penalty coming up against Delaware. DeFerris tries to maintain that net front position. Now the puck is corralled by Ostrander, and Poling signals the cross-check with 8:18 to go in the second period. So the Hens back to the PK as Ivan Sidoriak is ushered to the box, where he will sit for 2 minutes alone and feel shame and then get free. I think that's the line anyway. Been a while since I've seen that film, and certainly the game has changed a good deal since that era. So Bill's got a lot to catch us up on. And NYU's back on the power play. One-timer from the right point. Wartz cleared the crossbar off the Bryce feed. That goal's being given to Jenny from the left half wall. There is a shot from Aiden Wright, which was tipped away by Ponticello. Rebound contested in the near corner with 7:20 to go in the period. Puck remains tied up at the kick plate. Extracted by Richards. Backdoor pass to Horowitz resulted in a shot that was tipped up in the atmosphere by Ponticello. Long ranger from Wartz from just inside the Delaware blue line. Popped away by Pawnee. Horowitz to Bryce again in the far corner. Bryce looking for space. Gets a shot off from the high slot through traffic from 40 feet away. Another kick saved by Ponticello. Keeps things moving. Inside 7 minutes to go in the second period. We're tied up at 1, NYU and Delaware. Working the right wing boards, and Aiden Wright works in closer again. Bodied into the corner, he flips it back to Parker Richards. Long range shot missed its line. Puck caroms to the left point, held by a Horowitz. Back to Bryce, far corner. He's kept wide by Emmerich and Zimmer. One-timer, center point. Warts over the crossbar again. Zimmer corrals the puck, fires it up the far boards, and the Sidoriak penalty has successfully been killed off. Just over 6 to go in the second. It's a 1-1 game. Stretch pass from Warts finds Rosales. Flip back to the right half wall. Doherty takes aim from there. Another save from Ponticello. Results in a stoppage in play as he hangs on to the puck with 6:02 to go in the second period of a 1-1 contest. And whatever the result may be, we're back at it tomorrow in the first half of a split doubleheader. Delaware and NYU squaring off with airtime at 5:15. The second half of that twin bill will come at 10:15 as the Delaware Division II Blue Hens will take on Rowan. Through one period, the Division II Blue Hens team led Kutztown 1-0, but they gave up that lead 33 seconds into the second period when the Bears were able to get one back. James Long will get things going again out of the NYU zone, but his breakout pass resulted in Andrew Williamson being bodied off the puck, and the Hens recovering in the neutral zone. Good, up the left side, flips it back to Pierkowski. Puck thrown in from long range. Puck was touched by Salisbury, but the icing whistle was sounded by Leatherman. There was a definite change of direction of the puck, but this is still going to come back an icing with 5:21 to go in the second period. I don't know. Draw comes to Ponticello's left. I'm not so sure on that one. But Niski wins the face-off across to Ostrander. Pierkowski punches the puck between defenders, throws one on from 25 feet. Niski tried to finish on the doorstep, but the puck had already been frozen at that point. And the NYU D-Corps taking exception to leading point earner Mike Niski for Delaware, who's got 8 goals on the year, but 31 assists to more than back it up. The docking line comes on to keep the energy going. Face off to Salisbury's right goes the way of Jake Geller, clad in black, white, and purple for NYU. The advance of Peck was foiled by DeFerris at the Delaware blue line, thrown back in to NYU territory. Sidoriak held the right point, but Peck's able to muscle his way through up the far side and flip the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Thrown back into the slot by Geller, but his backdoor pass saw no capable recipients of it. Docking carries back in up the right side for Delaware. Flips the puck to the near corner, chased down by Jenny. He's met by Elias Cohen in the corner boards. NYU clears thanks to Peck. DeFerris gloves the puck down at his own blue line. Feeds to Jenny. Cross ice pass, far side. Jandoli tries to work it in close to Docking, crashing the net, but it came right back to the far point thanks to the pressure afforded Brian Tacone. DeFerris from the left point maintains the zone into Jandoli. Back to DeFerris, high Sidoriak, stepping up top of the right circle. Shot from 40 feet away was deflected off its intended line. DeFerris maintaining the left point. Mazzella DeFerris, one-timer, rings off the back glass. Salisbury reached up to try to glove it down, couldn't catch it. Play continues on. Failed clearing attempt from the far corner, and Brian Tacone ends up in the Delaware bench out of play with 4:07 to go here in the second period. Even though the clock in the lower right-hand corner of your screen says 3:44, it is officially 4:07. And we'll get that rectified for you in, about 23 seconds. Race for a loose puck in behind the NYU goal. Results in Reagan Wartz and Chris Mazzella converging on it. Mazzella won that battle. Tried to set up Emmerich cutting through the slot, but that pass was broken up by Bryce. Advanced by Ritchie up the far side in over the Delaware blue line. Cleared out by Patterson. Puck is loose in front of the scorer's table. Redgate lost his footing. Ritchie comes barreling back through up the far dashers. Centering pass, taking aim and firing a shot on was Joey Abel from 25 feet. Tipped away by Ponticello. Zimmer was unable to walk through, and play is stopped with 3:27 to go in the second period. The result of a high stick illegally playing the puck. Face-off will take place at the nearest dot, one zone closer to the offending team's goal. That's the textbook definition anyway. Here's Skip Redgate with a shot from 30 feet off the glass. Puck bounces to the near side. Picked up cleanly by Parker Richards. Flipped up in the atmosphere. It skitters to a near halt at the Delaware blue line. 2:56 to go by our tally. Still a little discrepancy on the clock. Now it's been evened out. Redgate could not keep the forechecking pressure on. Brandon Wilkie generated a shot from the right dot for NYU, but it sailed wide of the far post. And up the right side comes Jack Zimmer for Delaware. Shot from just above the corner board's far side was blocked away by Salisbury. Abel picks up the loose puck, drops it back to Horowitz in a 1-on-3. He got a shot off, but it was popped up in the air with 2:27 to go here in the second. The Hens pinned back in their zone after tying this game up at 1, thanks to the Devin Jenny goal at 10:56 in the second period. Felice and Bryce meet over the near dot. Bryce is waved out. Abel will take his place. Now on we go. Abel flips the puck back to Pocontesta, holding the near point. He couldn't get a quality shot off from there. Cascone to Burns to Felice. Back out of the Delaware zone. Ryan Burns chases down a loose puck over the NYU blue line, but it's corralled by Mac Bryce in the back check. Nima hacks at him, removes the puck. Burns offering aid, recovers it for Delaware. Nima tried to backhand it to Good at the point. Failed to do so. It was intercepted by Ritchie, but he could only get as far as center. Abel, along the near boards, makes a cut for the bench after dumping the puck deeper into the Delaware end. Good absorbs a hip check from Rosales behind his own net. And now Harrison Good's able to generate some space. He walks the puck back up the center. Pocontesta intercepts just shy of the center red line. Rifles it back in behind the Blue Hens goal, where Good will work it up the far boards, tipped by Nima, and Kevin Felice will carry it on to center, lofting it in deep behind the NYU cage. Fresh legs on for the Hens with 80 seconds to go in the second period of a 1-1 contest. Tacone comes barreling in, tried to center the puck from the near corner to Rosales, but that pass was blocked away by a Delaware stick. Niski in to DeFerris, and Ostrander was denied an opportunity on the welcome mat after the centering pass from the far side was blocked off its line. We've got a minute to go in the second period, and a puck out of play, and the netting separating the near glass from the near spectators. The result, an attacking zone draw for the Hens. So play stopped. Niski and Doherty take the face-off. NYU's able to clear. Sidoriak fans on the counter attempt. Williamson recovers to Ferris, intercepts the centering attempt. Here comes Jakey D through the slot. Shot from 35 feet, blocked by the stick of Reagan Wartz. And Rosales back the other direction is slowed up at the near half boards by a lazy Sidoriak hip check. Niski is tripped, and the Hens are going back on the Colonial Motors power play. "27 seconds to go. As Frankie Horowitz gets rung up for a trip. And the Hens will end the second period much in the same fashion they ended the first, and that's with a man advantage. Niski, Mazzella, Sidoriak to Ferris, Emmerich. Mazzella, outside edge of the left circle, handles the puck, works it to Niski in the corner. Back to Mazzella it comes. Across to Ferris, one-timer, Sidoriak, no, he flips it to Mazzella. Shot from the left dot, blocked away by Salisbury. It's loose in front. Chased down by Sidoriak, far side. Mazzella can't work it in close. He tried to float it toward the cage, but it was intercepted by James Long, and the period has reached its conclusion. Through 40 minutes of play, Delaware 1, NYU 1. We'll take a break on Delaware Hockey Night. It's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com. It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, brought to you by the DHN Media Group and streaming live from the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. James Witherite flying solo tonight, and through 40 minutes of play, the Delaware Blue Hens and the New York University Violets are tied at 1. There was a scoring change on the Delaware goal at 10:56 in the second period. We were pretty sure it was Devin Jenny with the primary assist. Indeed, that was the case. Up here, thought it was Greg Jandoli who finished on the doorstep. However, it was Ethan Docking getting his 6th goal of the season. In a bit of a holding pattern. Snow needed for ice repair in front of the Delaware goal, as we heard from public address announcer Bill Williams. You'd think that would be a text message or a page on a two-way radio, don't you think? But I digress. In any case, we've got some ice repair that needs to take place. While we do that, we'll update you on what happened in the second period. Delaware killed off 2 penalties. It was, as mentioned, Ethan Docking, the junior from Chevy Chase, Maryland, getting his 6th goal of the season. He finished net front off the feed from Devin Jenny at the left half wall with just over 9 minutes to go in the second period. And Greg Jandoli got credit for the secondary assist there. With 28 seconds left in the second period, Frankie Horowitz of NYU was ruled off for tripping, and that put the Hens on the Colonial Motors power play to wrap up period number 2. They've got 1 minute and 32 seconds left with the man advantage to start the third. And off we go in the first state. Mike Niski recovers the puck in his own zone, flips it to the far corner into Ferris. Back it comes to Niski, accelerating up the left wing boards. He's on up front with Emmerich and Mazzella. Puck batted up in the atmosphere as Niski tried to traverse the slot. It's hauled in by Giancarlo Pocantesta close to home. Played up the near side and slammed off the wall by Brandon Wilkie. From mid-zone on the New York end and in behind the Delaware goal it goes. The penalty clock remains frozen at 1:32. To our right, the penalty will expire with 18:28 to go in the period. So 16 seconds left. Correction, 30 seconds now left on the penalty to Frankie Horowitz. Back in the blue hen zone, Ivan Sidoriak chases down the puck. He leaves it for DeFerris. DeFerris flips to Niski. Still pinned in by the forechecking Sam Rappaport. Niski muscles as far as the blue line. It's a cross-ice pass to Emmerich. Penalty has expired. Another successful kill from the New York Violets. Puck tied up behind the Violets. Goal taken by Rosales and iced. A minute 45 gone here in the third period. Face-off coming to Salisbury's right. Rosales and Felice. In for the draw, we see the fourth line in to try to keep the energy going for Delaware. Nima makes a cut to the net. Burns hauled to the far corner by Rosales. Flips the puck to Patterson. His shot from the left point was blocked. Rolling puck to the top of the right circle. Picked by Felice. He takes aim from 30 feet. But it's trapped in the 5-hole of Adam Salisbury, who squeezes the knees to keep the game tied with 2 minutes gone in the third period, and New York and Delaware tied at one aside. Felice and Richards, a pair of fourth line centers, meet. Directly in front of us, draw one by Felice, flip back to Zimmer, shot at the right point. Kicked away by Salisbury, and a puck into the netting off the stick of Brian Tacone. Will direct another face-off to the left of Adam Salisbury, who stopped 2 shots already here in the third period. Felice again in for Delaware. Across from Richards. Puck is loose in front. Felice backhander from 15 feet blocked by Salisbury. Pressed back up ice by Wilkie, but he let it go before the red line. No icing. It will be negated by an interference minor assessed to Jack Zimmer. 2 1/3 minutes into the third period of play. So NYU back on the power play. It starts now as Mac Bryce wins the draw. Parker Richards fed the puck, was pressed into the near corner. Bryce leaves it towards at the point. Back down low. Bryce behind the cage, bothered trying to set up a backdoor feed to Richards. Cross-ice pass from Horowitz. Draws Aiden Wright back into neutral territory, and now Wards is pressed back into his end. And Ethan Docking creating quite some forechecking havoc. Forced an error from Horowitz. And Salisbury froze the puck to keep Ethan Docking from generating a shorthanded shot opportunity. So Docking instrumental on this penalty kill. He carried the first 34 seconds of it on his shoulders, it seemed. Attacking zone draw, Felice storms the cage off the dot. He couldn't get a shot off before Long picked the puck clean. Long up the near wall, flips the puck over the Delaware blue line into the near corner, taken away by Felice, but Wilkie holds the near point. Fed center to Pocantesta. There we go. Expecting the end to be before the CH, but that's not the case at all. Ritchie was drawn into the neutral zone to field the clearing attempt from Delaware. And while the Violets tagged up, Felice was able to get to center and swat the puck in behind the NYU goal. Fresh penalty killers on the docking. Jenny, Sidoriak-Patterson pairing. And a cannon from up high ends up in the glove of Ponticello, and all sorts of who knows what after the fact. 29 seconds remain on the Jack Zimmer interference minor, and Sidoriak's going to be ushered off. And now, NYU will take their timeout. The timeout comes at 3:51 in the third. As does an Ivan Sidoriak minor. We'll get the particulars on that in a little bit. We've got a pair for you tomorrow at 5:15. These very same teams, the Delaware Division I Blue Hens and the New York University Violets, will square off for the second time this weekend and their fourth time this season, followed by a late night special. The Division II Blue Hens, who through two periods tonight led Kutztown 3-2, will take on Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Conference rival Rowan. Airtime 10:15. That game is due to start round about 10:40. So get the coffee on and stay with us. There will be a lot of hockey to get through. And a brief two-man advantage for NYU. 5-on-3 for the next 15 seconds. Looking a one-timer at the top of the right circle was Wartz. Fed back to right. Wartz shot, covered up by Ponticello. Seven seconds remaining on the Zimmer penalty, and then it'll be 5-on-4 for a minute and a half. Emmerich, the forward, taking the draw. Drummond and Good holding back on defense. Horowitz circles behind below the net. Bryce, challenged at the near point, was pressed into the neutral zone by Emmerich, and Bryce was stonewalled on the re-entry attempt by Pierkowski. A minute 15 now of 5-on-4 action as Reagan Wartz re-enters the Delaware zone up the near boards. Behind the cage he goes to the far corner. He's kept wide by Emmerich. Cross ice pass handled by Horowitz. Flip back to right at the point. Across to Wartz again. Walking the blue line. Reagan Wartz off his backhand under duress to right, back far side. Mac Bryce held in the corner by Drummond. Back up high. Right has a lot of space. Feeds the puck across to the top of the left circle where Frankie Horowitz sees his shot deflected into the glass by the outstretched glove of Ponticello. Emmerich tried to pounce on Wartz, was able to deflect the puck out of his reach enough for John Drummond to flip it over the blue line, back in the other way, Aiden Wright with a backhander from 20 feet right side. Bounced off the wrong end of the net. One-timer attempt from Wartz was fanned on center point, and Cam Pierkowski's able to clear the zone. 18 seconds left on the Sidoriak cross-checking minor. Play moved into the neutral zone thanks to Kevin Felice, but muscling back the other direction, Frankie Horowitz crosses toward the far side, and from just above the Delaware blue line, dumps the puck in deep again. The Sidoriak penalty is killed. The breakout pass from DeFerris was blocked down by Wilkie, but the give and go through the slot failed as Long couldn't get the pass back across the slot together. Greg Giandoli flipped the puck by Good up the far side. Failed to headman it into the NYU zone. Long holding the left point, leaves it for Docking. We're past the 6-minute mark in the third period of a 1-1 game. Delaware and NYU proving pretty equal so far. Long to Zimmer, who broke up the breakout attempt. Devin Jenny got a shot away from the near half wall, but it bounces into the glove of Adam Salisbury, who hangs on for the stoppage. 6.5 minutes in to the third period. Still 1-1 from Fred Rust Arena. Docking to Jenny off the draw. Jack Zimmer with a cannon from the right point. Bounces off the backboards. Brian Tacone chases the puck down. Rappaport is unable to work it free up the near side. Jack Zimmer did well to hold the right point. Puck caroms in behind the NYU net. Lofted out of harm's way by Tacone as far as the Delaware blue line and then some, where Zimmer hits Jenny to Docking, who tried to crash through the slot but was double teamed on the welcome mat. Failed clearing attempt from NYU's David Rosales came back into the violet zone, and Tacone was picked off by Giandoli. Shot from the top of the right circle, sticked away by Salisbury. Giandoli recovers his own rebound 15 feet over the NYU blue line. With a man of 4, he dumps it in, comes off for some fresh legs, and Brian Tacone dumps it into the Delaware end to enable a line change for his Violets too. Brian Ostrander centers to Pierkowski just above the NYU blue line, but he was bodied off the puck, and the Violets dump it back in to the far corner of the Delaware end, where Tommy Cascone works it free. No, he doesn't. Comes right back to him off the stick of Ritchie. Second time's a charm, but he gets the puck over to the blue line of NYU, where it's turned in by Reagan Wartz. Cleared again. There is no icing. A failed clear again from Cascone. Glove down by Ritchie. Drop back to Joey Abel. He takes aim from the right dot. That shot blocked by Ponticello. Bryce behind the Delaware goal rather. Tried to set up Wartz at the point, but Niski came away with the puck and set up a 2-on-2. Niski shot right into the breadbasket of Adam Salisbury from 30 feet away. And NYU once again is able to clear. We're coming up to the midway point of the third period. Skip Redgate just picked the puck clean, but he was unable to walk it back into NYU territory. Long took it away from him. Played up the far side, intercepted by Mazzella, given away to Ritchie from his own blue line. He throws it into the rafters and thus out of play. With 11:13 to go in regulation, and a 1-1 tie yet unsettled. Christian Brunel giving us a hand tonight in the press box. Face-off back in the NYU zone, controlled by the Violets. It was won by Richards, left back to right. Advanced up the near side to Wilkie. He can't muscle in to the Delaware zone without play being called back offside with 11:02 remaining in regulation. Draw just above the Delaware stripe now. Mazzella and Richards take the draw. Richards wins the face-off, leaves it back to Long. Cross-ice pass to Wilkie. Chased down behind the cage. Wilkie sets up a one-timer atop the left circle from Long, but it was blocked in a congested slot. Puck is loose. Corralled and pressed up the far wall by DeFerris. To Skip Redgate it goes. Reaching for the puck, Aiden Wright slows up Redgate's progress at the far corner boards. Puck remains contested below the net. Battle for it. Redgate comes away with the puck. Centers to Burns. Covered up on the doorstep by Salisbury. And it remains 1-1. 10:29 to go in regulation. And Adam Salisbury gets a quick swallow of water after sprawling to freeze the puck. Shots at him from all sides. And Felice does not necessarily win the face-off, but Zimmer held the zone for Delaware at the right point. Wartz behind his own goal, took the puck away, advanced it up the near side to Rappaport, but he gets stood up at the Delaware blue line. Puck lofted in, mishandled by Ponticello off the stick of Doherty. He dropped the puck to try to play it and nearly rolled into the goal. How tragic would that have been? Waved off by John Doe. He was right there, he made sure of it. Puck never crossed the line. Stretch pass out of the NYU zone intended for Rosales never made it to him as he was bodied off the line of the puck by Patterson. Tipped in by Nima from the Delaware blue line, and this will come back an icing with 9:40 to go in regulation. That was, I think our blood pressure went up a few points on that one. Draw to Ponticello's left, controlled by Delaware, flipped off the backhand of Zimmer, but taken by Bryce. Held in at the right point by Wright, thrown into a congested slot off the body of Abel, who was knocked down. 3-on-2 rush for Delaware, now a 3-on-3. Burns tries to work it in close to Nima, who lost his footing. He was angled to the right dot by Long. Good throws the puck in from the right point, swatted toward the cage by Burns, but in a sea of black sweaters. And this loose puck is corralled by Brandon Ritchie for NYU. Centered just above the Delaware blue line to Bryce. Hard shot from 20 feet, missed its target. So did the follow-up chance from Ritchie at the near half wall. And we've got a stoppage with 8:56 to go. Play whistle to a halt amid a battle for the puck in front of the Blue Hens bench. Burns is ushered off. Particulars to come from Bill momentarily. But the Hens penalty kill rather, has been really forced to work overtime tonight. While the penalty kill's been good each time around, still making this task much too hard on themselves. Bryce storms the net, puck loose in front. Where is it? Ponticello was able to block it away. Too many men on the ice. It was a bench minor, served by Ryan Burns. He was one of the 6 on the ice at the time. So that just miscommunication that resulted in that. Bryce screeches to a halt, center red, plays the puck across near side. Wartz kicks it on ahead to Horowitz in the near corner. He's challenged by Sidoriak. Docking is able to swat a rolling puck from deep in his own zone back to the NYU blue line. Inside 8 minutes to go here in regulation. It's 1-1. New York and Delaware are deadlocked. And the subsequent Violets entrance is called back offside with 7:46 to go. Back at it tomorrow. The Division I Blue Hens face off against NYU again. The second half of our twin bill. The Division II Delaware team taking on Rowan in a Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey in-conference tilt. That'll be a late one. Get the coffee on. We'll be going at 10:15 for a 10:40 game. Point held by James Long. Headman the puck to Abel. Shot from 25 feet away, blockered away by Ponticello. And the puck is cleared successfully. 20 seconds left on the bench minor. 7:14 to go in regulation. New York University 1, University of Delaware 1. Long centers the puck to Wilkie. Drop back to Rappaport. Poked away from his control at the right dot. Slapped in by Pocantesta from up high. Puck trapped by Delaware in a very congested slot. Headman to Mike Niski. His stick lifted on the way in. The Delaware faithful want a call. Johnny Poling shaking his head no. He says that's clean stick-on-stick contact. And we think that's a good no call from Johnny Poling, despite the objections from the Delaware fans. The defender caught up with Niski, cleanly lifted his stick to take the puck away from him, and there you have it. That being said, it was a darn good chance for Delaware to get one on NYU. They'll try again here. Pierkowski to center. Backhands the puck in over the NYU line. Can't connect with Mazzella. Doherty takes it away. Fires it up the right wing boards, but out of the reach of Rosales. DeFerris caroms it to the near side. Mazzella was able to tip it in on the right side of Red, so there's no icing. Wart's behind his own cage. Plays it to Rosales, just shy of the NYU blue line. Now Rosales muscles through, but gives it away to Sidoriak across neutral territory. Thrown by DeFerris over the center logo to Mazzella. He tried to tip the puck in the direction of Niski, but it was taken away by Brian Tacone of NYU. We're inside the last 6 minutes of regulation. Bryce behind the Delaware cage, looking for a recipient for the puck. Instead, he brings it out to the near circle. Gets it right back, Bryce does, from Long. Lost his footing. Race for the puck in the near corner. Bryce keeps it in NYU control. Flip back to Long, taken away from him. Mazzella sets up a 3-on-1. Drop past Mike Niski. Across the slot. Emmerich, no! He circles behind the cage, but now the reinforcements are in. Emmerich takes aim from right between the circles. Blocked away by Salisbury. Rebound punched out up the far boards into neutral ice by Joey Abel of NYU. And here comes Mac Bryce in a 1-on-3. He's hassled by Good, angled to the near half wall, and he lost the puck. Good absorbs a hit below the net from Wilkie. And emerging now is Mike Niski. He streaks across the neutral zone just inside the left dots. Puck poke checked away from him by Horowitz. At the NYU blue line, Redgate flips to Emmerich now, fresh legs on for Delaware. Niski's going to head to the bench as Redgate keeps the battle going in the far corner. 4:40 to go in regulation of a 1-1 game here at Fred Rust Arena. Good flips the puck in over the NYU blue line, waiting for Ostrander and Redgate to get back on side. That's a free pass ultimately for NYU. Stretch pass from deep in their zone. Hits the tape of Frankie Horowitz's stick. Right at the Delaware blue line. But when he tried to walk one in for a shot attempt, he fired the puck into the netting. Way too much loft on it. And Ponticello can breathe a little bit easier with 4:23 to go in regulation. This is a 1-1 game. NYU and Delaware remain each other's equals thus far. Draw on the far circle. Doherty and Felice contest it. Loose puck corralled by Brian Ostrander for Delaware after play migrated to the Blue Hens blue line. Ostrander couldn't split defenders, chased the puck to the near corner after dumping it in. Felice absorbs a hit below the goal, muscles through maintaining the puck. Skip Redgate one-timer blocked off the stick of Tacone from right between the circles, and the zone is cleared by Rosales, but he gives the puck away to Redgate again. He makes a cut for the bench after dumping the puck into the NYU zone from over the center logo. Returning for the Violets is Sam Rappaport. Shot from the top of the left circle was tipped away. Follow-up from center red. James Long dumps the puck in to the Delaware zone. He comes back to the near side, and a fresh foursome joins him. Niski bulldozes back in up the middle. To Sidoriak, hard shot from the right point. Results in a Salisbury stick save. Wright controls the rebound for the Violets. 200 seconds to go in regulation. Cross ice outlet pass finds Abel. Shot from 20 feet is popped in the air by Ponicello, and the net knocked off its moorings as a result. 3:08 to go. Net was ruled off thanks to the actions of a New York University player. So Ben Leatherman will conduct the following face-off above the Delaware blue line. Hens win the draw. Mazzella leaves the puck to Sidoriak. Ricocheted off the near boards. Mazzella fires it in off the stick of Emmerich, and now the race is on for a rolling puck to the far corner. The 12s converge. Aiden Wright got a little bit of it, but the Hens were able to maintain control. Left point, thrown in by DeFerris, but that puck is picked clean by Frankie Horowitz in a congested slot. 2:45 to go now. Horowitz gets tripped up at the near half boards. Recovers the puck, tries to put one on a tee for James Long, but he fanned. Follow-up chance up high, Parker Richards. Right into the breadbasket of Chris Ponicello, who freezes with 2:33 to go in regulation. And a 1-1 tie yet to be broken in Delaware's first home game of 2020. Hens looking to bounce back from a 4-game losing skid. They dropped 2 to Rhode Island, and they dropped 2 to Liberty. That being said, they're trying to protect an undefeated record on home ice this year. Pierkowski's able to deflect the puck off its intended line from behind the Delaware goal. Wards is pressed back to the Delaware blue line. In the advance of Docking, after corralling a loose puck, will be called offsides as Pierkowski was well over the blue line despite his objections otherwise. Face-off will be right in front of the press box. Punched forward by Docking, beyond the reach of a lunging Bryce. It's played back into the Delaware end. Zimmer can't clear. Brandon Ritchie's outstretched glove holds the puck down at the point. Now it's cleared out by Jake Nema. Ahead to Cam Pierkowski. He puts on the brakes, top of the right circle. Shoots from there. Docking crashing the net. Couldn't get in time for the potential redirect. Zimmer holds the far point but gives the puck away to Pocantesta. Intercepted by Good. Pocantesta tried to clear to Abel. Back it comes to Giancarlo Pocantesta, now Mac Bryce. Hassled by Pierkowski. Is able to work the puck as far as the Delaware blue line, but given up to DeFerris. Tipped ahead by Good. There's no icing. Niski got to the goal line in time to cancel it out. A half step quicker than James Long, but Long comes away with the puck. He and Emmerich collide at the near side. Emmerich, bodied into the near corner after gaining the puck, is surrounded by Violets from all sides. Puck is trapped at the kick plate in the near corner. Now a 2-on-2 scrum. Motionless surrounding the vulcanized rubber. Emmerich pitchforks away, extracts the puck. Mazzella, a hard shot from the right dot, but a better save at the other end. Once again by Adam Salisbury. 63 seconds to go. Delaware takes their timeout. Adam Salisbury records his 33rd save of the game and 34 shots faced. He has just been dynamite tonight for the Violets. And that 641 goals against average and that 803 save percentage will certainly improve. He's played much better than his statistics would otherwise indicate. So whatever the case may be tonight, when and if this tie is broken, and regardless of which side would be the one to do it, the Hens and the Violets meet again tomorrow. Airtime 5:15, game time 5:25. And the Delaware Division II team will take on Rowan at 10:15 air, 10:40 start. Draw comes at the near dot. Won by Niski to Mazzella. Emmerich shot from 35 feet, missed wide. Pocantesta tracks down the rebound, tries to carom it out of the zone, but it's held in by Emmerich. The power play 5 are on for Delaware. Niski works the perimeter of the zone, stick handles to the near corner. Flips it back to Ivan Sidoriak across to DeFerris left point. A cannon kicked off its line by Salisbury. Niski flips the rebound back to Ivan Sidoriak at the near half wall. Shoveled in behind the cage, given up towards 26 seconds remaining. This puck is cleared out by Ritchie. This will be no icing. Leatherman doesn't finish the icing after it was initiated by Hoppy. Puck off Leatherman, corralled by Sidoriak. Thrown off the near boards to Mazzella down to the last 6 seconds. Mazzella's shot, stick checked in the air, rings off a light stanchion. And that gives us a break in the action with 3.4 seconds to go. And the face-off in the NYU zone. It's been a thrilling one. Face-off right in front of the press box, but inside the NYU line. Puck is trapped under the body of Parker Richards. The horn sounds, and we're headed to overtime. 60 minutes didn't solve a darn thing. Delaware 1, NYU 1. Shots were even at 12 in the third period. Four-on-four overtime here in the American Collegiate Hockey Association. It'll go for 5 minutes. If it solves nothing, then we go to a shootout. USA Hockey Rulebook leaves it to the discretion of the league. The DVHL is 3-on-3. I believe the Eastern Hockey League, Tier 3 Junior, where Christian Brunel played, and a lot of these guys too, was 3-on-3, but the ACHA rulebook dictates 4-on-4 overtime. ACHA and NCAA using the same book. Or did they change it? They're lining up 3-on-3. I'm stuck on last year's book apparently, aren't I, Christian? So it goes. 3-on-3 overtime begins right now. Ostrander on with Niski and DeFerris for Delaware. Bryce the forechecker, Niski just burned him. He stops at the top of the left circle. Cross ice feed, DeFerris barely holds the zone. Flips it off the far wall. Niski back high to DeFerris. Ostrander's got space at the top of the left circle. Ostrander to the slot. Flip back to DeFerris. In close. No, he's denied by Adam Salisbury. And Niski holds the rebound. He walks one in, quick shot, second one of overtime. popped away by Adam Salisbury. Here comes NYU now in a 2-on-2 attack. Cross-ice feed from a bothered Frankie Horowitz. Comes back to him. Off the stick of Reagan Warts, but Ponticello makes the save with 52 seconds gone in overtime. Fresh legs on for both sides. New for this season, it's 3-on-3. Lot of ice for these boys to work with. Crashing the net off the draw was Brandon Ritchie, denied by the shoveling paddle of Chris Ponticello. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Brandon Ritchie pressed high by Emmerich. Ritchie maintains the puck. Emmerich tries to lift his stick. Cross feed, now center point to Long. Hard shot, bothered by Mazzella, never made it to its target. And the rebound bounces back as far as the NYU blue line where Ritchie recovers. Emmerich, Sidoriak, Mazzella, the 3-on for Delaware right now. Both sides have shortened their benches considerably. Long in the near corner after regaining the Delaware zone, gets the puck back from Ritchie. Centering pass to Brandon Wilkie, who lost his footing. And here's Chris Mazzella on a breakaway. Mazzella, backhand, no! Chris Mazzella couldn't finish the job. Sidoriak with the rebound chance. He's denied from the top of the left circle by the waffle board of Adam Salisbury. And play is stopped with a puck into the netting with 3:09 to go in overtime. Delaware and NYU still deadlocked at one aside. Fresh legs on for both the Hens and the Violets. The draw will come to the left of Salisbury. Felice, Nima, Zimmer. The trio on for Delaware. Warts, Horowitz. And back at the bench, Bryce. NYU is taking their overtime timeout with 3:09 to go in the extra frame. And Salisbury remains put in net. Ponticello has come back to visit the Delaware bench. Back at it tomorrow with a doubleheader, Division I. Taking on NYU, airtime 5:15 for a 5:25 game. Airtime for the Division II matchup against Rowan. 10:15, game time expected at 10:40. Face-off will be to the left of Salisbury, and Zimmer is forced back to his own blue line to recover the puck under pressure from Horowitz. Mike Niski has tons of space up the middle to traverse the neutral zone. He dipsy-doodles past a pair of NYU defenders, but he lost the puck to Reagan Warts in the far circle. Warts across to Bryce. Head man up the left wing, Warts to Frankie Horowitz. Cross-ice feed, Warts through the slot. His chance from 30 feet was deflected away by Jack Zimmer. This one, headman to Niski up the far wall. Niski brings it in, tries to take aim from the bottom of the right circle, but he's denied by the outstretched left leg of Salisbury. Overtime's halfway finished. DeFerris in his own zone. Works the puck ahead to Niski, nearly taken off his feet at the NYU blue line by Warts. They both lumber back to their respective benches. Emmerich comes on for Delaware to join Mazzella and DeFerris. Horowitz re-enters the Delaware zone. Puck stick checked out of his control by Emmerich. Picked off by DeFerris. He shoots from the top of the left circle. That shot deflected offline by the stick of James Long. Here's another one-on-one. Mac Bryce the other way for NYU. Deeks past Emmerich, careens into the net. Ponticello lunges to cover. Misses the puck. Frankie Horowitz tries to shoot from 15 feet, but he missed an open net. Horowitz again. His shot blocked from just above the left dot. Ponticello recovers his stick. Horowitz behind. Denied at the near corner by Ponticello. A couple shots from Frankie Horowitz. Unable to connect. 32 and 33 for NYU so far tonight. They've managed 4 shots in overtime to Delaware's 3. Down to the last 70 seconds of the extra frame. Ritchie, cross-ice headman pass to Wilkie. He comes barreling and lost his shot lane. From the near corner, dropped it back to Ritchie, crashing the net. But he couldn't connect either on the doorstep. Ivan Sidoriak in a one-on-one takes aim from 25 feet. Salisbury makes the stop on him. So with 53 seconds to go, Delaware takes their overtime timeout. And it's turning into a chess match here at Fred Rust Arena. 33 NYU shots, 32 handled by Chris Ponticello. 41 Delaware shots, 40 turned aside by Adam Salisbury. A tense game, dominated by solid goaltending. Not necessarily spectacular, but these gentlemen have made the textbook saves they've needed to make. They really haven't been pushed too far outside their comfort zones, but they've just been solid. Delaware timeout has concluded. Face-off will be to the right of Adam Salisbury. And off we go, play resumes. Puck contested in the near corner, it's batted loose. Controlled by NYU's Aiden Wright. Stretch pass hits Joey Abel just above the blue line, one-on-one. Abel, hard shot from the inside edge of the right circle after gaining the slot. Rang off the backboards. Coming in through traffic now is Wright. He's pickpocketed by Docking on the doorstep. Puck cleared out by Sidoriak, chased down by Niski. Back to Sidoriak, it comes, no! Salisbury denies him. Down to the last 23 seconds here in the overtime period. Traversing the slot and getting a backhander on was Joey Abel, but to no avail. Ponticello denies him. Looks like we had a clock issue. And now the on-ice officials and the off-ice officials are conferring to make sure that everything's where it belongs. Indeed, the clock was late to start on that last exchange. Correct time, 12.3 seconds to go in the period. Mazzella muscles the puck away to the right of his netminder. Hangs behind his own net, 3 seconds to go, and this one's gonna go to a shootout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a shootout.
And Bill Williams confirms same. Shots in overtime. 7 for Delaware. 5 for NYU. It's a 3-round shootout here in the ACHA. Final shots through overtime, Delaware 7.
Each coach will pick the first couple shooters.
For a total of 42. Five for NYU for a game total of 34. appears that Tommy Cascone will be the first Delaware shooter. Both goalies have received their instructions. Both benches have received their instructions. And Delaware's Tommy Cascone, indeed, will shoot first. Here we go. Cascone approaches the puck head on. Carries it in through the slot. And there it is. He popped the water bottle. He shoots and scores. That was nice. First New York shooter is Frankie Horowitz. 6 goals, 3 assists on the year. Horowitz brings it in close. No! Monticello stops him on the doorstep. Colin Emmerich is the second Delaware shooter on the year. 11 goals, 20 apples. They'll come in from the right side. Deke backhand, tries to jam it into the right corner. Salisbury denies him. Mac Bryce will be the second NYU shooter. He'll come in from the left side. Trying to get a little bit fancy, walks it in close, deep net front, and he buries it. He drew Monticello out of position and then finished at the edge of the crease. Mike Niski, the third Delaware shooter. He comes in aggressively, walks it in, off the bar and in! So Niski forces the fate of the game on the shoulders of Reagan Wartz. Here comes Wartz in. Shot, Monticello denies him, Delaware wins! Your final score, Delaware 2. New York University 1. The Hens stay undefeated at home, going now 13-0-0 at Fred Rust Arena. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Airtime 5:15 as the Hens and the Violets face off once again. It's the first half of a Saturday doubleheader. D2 and Rowan will square off in the late night 10:15 tilt. That game will go probably around 10:40. This has been Delaware Hockey Night, a copyrighted presentation of the DHN Media Group. Thanks for your company tonight. We'll do it all again tomorrow. For the whole crew, Bob Thomas, Christian Brunel, Nick Zafiri, Joe Sindoni. This is James Witherite, thanking you for your company the last couple hours. We certainly hope to see you again tomorrow. We'll hit these airwaves again at 5:15 for the second half of this weekend set. Good night from the First State.
Thank you for tuning in to Delaware Hockey Night, a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Visit dehockeynight.com for the complete broadcast schedule, along with news and notes on all things hockey in the First State.